Did kudos, condemnations, or ridicule turn the tide against Chavez? Next on Global Pulse, a comparison of how broadcasters worldwide are covering this story.
I congratulate my opponents on their victory, but we are built for long battles.
As Mexico's Once Noticias reported, Hugo Chavez's bid to change Venezuela's constitution was narrowly defeated. So why is he being congratulated?
Que el presidente Hugo
Chavez has acted democratically, submitting his referendum proposal to the people's choice.
My recognition to President Chavez, because it requires strong values to recognize these results, even though they did not favor him.
They're surprised to see Chavez accept defeat because he's so argumentative. His penchant for criticizing the U.S. is legendary.
Soon we won't talk about dollars. Look, the dollar is shrinking. And is shrinking the dollar empire and the U.S. empire with it.
Chavez started a major battle with Colombia recently. He offered to negotiate with the FARC rebels for the release of hostages. Here's what happened according to Qatar's Al Jazeera English and France's TV5.
The Venezuelan president has a solid idea. He wants to return to Colombia to negotiate an exchange of prisoners. The only problem is that he has to bypass Álvaro Uribe, the president of Colombia. Hugo Chavez already asked for an agreement from the leader, and the response was no.
Soon, Uribe agreed.
Colombian government has authorized Chavez to negotiate a swap with leftist rebels. After the first meeting, Chavez says he's optimistic he can broker a deal.
The Colombian president, Uribe, has ended Chavez's mission. In reality, the Colombian president was less and less appreciative of the FARC's good publicity.
The diplomatic crisis between Venezuela and Colombia has deepened after President Hugo Chavez recalled his ambassador to Colombia. The diplomatic row began when Uribe abruptly ended Chavez's attempts to negotiate the release of hostages held by Colombia's FARC rebels.
Colombia's RCN mercilessly criticized Chavez, highlighting his many enemies.
In Saudi Arabia, he proposed that oil nations stop using dollars to provoke a collapse of the U.S. economy. The Arabs decided not to get involved in this issue and deleted his proposal from the summit. 2 days later, he announced in France in a meeting with Sarkozy a glorified proof that the hostages were still alive. This ended in zero. Finally, in Venezuela, hundreds of students were waiting for him, protesting and promoting the No campaign against his indefinite re-election.
After all, we said no, and the streets say no.
Perhaps Chavez finally went too far. At an Ibero-American summit, he angered the Spanish Prime Minister and even the King of Spain, according to these reports from Chile's Tele 13 and Mexico's Adela News.
El expresidente Aznar fue elegido por los españoles. Exijo ese respeto, por una razón además. Por supuesto, por supuesto. Bien.
¿Por qué no te callas? ¿Por qué no te callas? ¿Por qué no te callas?
Gains are being made by Spanish companies that acted fast on the King of Spain's anger at Chavez's statement. It's a commercial hit.
This is Evelyn Messenger for Global Pulse.
This program is brought to you by Link TV for educational and non-commercial use only. Link TV is the only US network dedicated to global and national news, uncompromising documentaries, and diverse cultural programs. Programs which connect you to the world.